Now think about this. Could you imagine going your entire life and never brushing your teeth? Not once. Not once.
Your circle of friends might be small.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, it's the case for a lot of dogs, but their teeth do need attention just like ours. This month is Dog Dental Health Month, designed to get the word out.
Back for another Pet Talk, behavior specialist Cathy Guinane. What's up, Cathy?
Hi.
Good morning.
What do you got here?
This is Pongo. Pongo is some sort of a Beagle Basset type mix. He's 10 years old. Pongo is also deaf. So he would need a little bit of special just so that he learns to bond with someone and check in with somebody. He walks beautifully on a leash, rides beautifully in a car, greeted everybody, thought it was great.
He's a great dog.
He is a great dog. He would love to be in your lap if you would let him.
For a Beagle Basset mix, he hasn't said a word. And any Beagle and Basset I've had, they were very talkative.
Don't tell him yet, because he's really been very quiet so far.
That's great.
Yes.
Well, we'll continue to get to know him.
Yes, but he is. He's a good boy.
Have his teeth been brushed recently, Cathy?
Well, not by me. I
Not by
just met
you?
him this morning, so not something we do. We do dentals on dogs. However, that is, something to think about.
Well, they have these finger brushes, or like regular dog brushes, and then chicken flavored toothpaste.
Yes.
Those things work.
Absolutely, they help. The thing is if a dog has to go to the vet for a dental, they do have to put them under general anesthetic, which has the same risks for the dogs and cats that it does for us.
I'll open these up so you can kind of see what we're talking about if you're new to the idea.
And there are lots of different things out there, different types of brushes and whatever, and you can even just get the animal used to having something like that in their mouth. Just give them a little taste of the toothpaste for starters.
Yeah, well, Action doesn't mind the taste of the toothpaste, but he is not tolerant of having this stuff. And I thought, well, I can have more control if I use this thimble.
Yes.
But he wasn't down with that either.
Yes, well, and it takes getting used to, and basically you need to get the outsides. We don't have to be quite as particular as we are with our teeth, but if you can get a toothpaste that's an enzymatic, so it kind of keeps working, and do it like at bedtime, so you know they're not going to eat or drink for a while.
What, every night?
No, not necessarily every night. There are some
think?
people that do.
Okay.
I try for at least a couple, 2 or 3 times a week.
I gotta be honest, we're not very good at this at all.
No, nor are we.
At our house.
But this stuff makes it a little bit easier, I feel like.
It
What are
does.
these two
What's
things?
that foam?
Now, the foam stuff is just if you have a dog that kind of doesn't like the regular, you can use the foam and put it on that way, and it just sits on their teeth. The other stuff, this is what you put in their water, and it just helps freshen their breath and get some of the tartar off.
Now
and,
that seems
and it's
like
easy.
would help.
Is this in addition to brushing, or could this be a substitute?
I use it in addition to brushing.
Well, it's like mouthwash.
It
You're
is.
not just going to use mouthwash on your own.
Exactly.
You still
I
gotta
might.
brush
I'm
them.
just
You might?
Here, we've got a few more things.
There
What are these?
are fun chew things out there too, and that also helps. If it's fun, they'll chew it and do it is the thing. But all the bumpy different things on there, it just gets around all their teeth and helps get the plaque and tartar off a little bit. And if you start when they're really young, it obviously makes a difference. If he's never had his teeth brushed, it's going to be you're not going to see an effect quite as much, but you'll see something.
What happens if you don't brush their teeth regularly?
Well,
what are
all
the consequences?
The tartar, plaque, and all of that can cause other diseases and things, from heart disease to anything else like that.
And quite frankly, it's nasty.
It
and
is.
Their breath stank.
It does. You get dog breath.
It just stank.
Yes.
There's a deadline coming up here, and I got a little notification in the mail. Mary, don't bring this up again. I had an issue with my pet license last year.
What was the issue?
Well, I was a little late, but anyway, there's
How
a deadline.
late were you? Like 12 months
Let's not
late?
talk about that. There's a deadline coming up. It's in March, right?
Yes, March 15th. You need to get licensed by March 15th.
What do you have to do? How do you do it?
Well,
You
everybody
go right
got a
online,
notice.
right?
Everybody got a notice. You may either do it online, you can come into the shelter, you can mail it in. So better not to wait till the very end and come into the shelter, because the lines are a little long.
Yeah.
I even saw at our vet's office they were taking that up
help
front
out?
at the desk, so maybe look into that.
And if you
There you
don't
go.
if you don't license your pet, what can happen? What are the consequences?
You can end up getting fined and getting a citation.
Let's say your dog gets loose.
Yes, that's how they'll find out too.
Yep, that's how you find out.
And if your pet's licensed, if it gets loose, they will give it a free ride home.
Kathy, I want you to know that I've already sent mine in.
Very good.
Good for you.
If you'd like to learn more about the pooch here or any of the adoptable pets that are at the Humane Society now, not just dogs, cats, critters, horses sometimes online. It's anyhumanesociety.org. There's a drop-down tab there so you can search, and they update that several times throughout the day, so it's always current. Kathy, thank
Thanks
you.
for coming
Thank
in. It
you.
reminds me, you bring the dog in, I got to take my dog for a walk. It's
There
so
you go.
cold out there, it's so hard. But we're right in the middle of winter, and it brings
Good night.
us back to our Facebook topic, our social media today. You were in Florida last week, so here's what we're asking. Do you have any plans to get away, escape the cold before spring? That's what we're talking about on social media. The Vacation Store and the Cruise Company talked about the Western Mediterranean. Sounds nice right about now. So join us on Facebook at Morning Blend Omaha. We're also on Twitter at OMA Morning Blend. Matt Whipke's excited for fans to hear his new music.
No.
The album's called Underwater.
During rehearsals, he sounded great, and he's going to perform one of his new songs coming up. Plus, the comparison, that's a lot to live up to.